Has a record of 31 wins, 5 losses with 24 knockouts. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome James Fighting Cowboy Tillis. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the burgundy trunks with the white trim. He weighed in at 208 1/2 pounds. This young man has a record of 13 wins, only 1 loss with 8 knockouts. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, boxing fans, here is Marvis Frazier.
And the referee, Joey Curtis, about to run down the instructions. Marvis with his dad, the former world champion Joe Frazier. And it is Boundini Brown, a familiar face out of the days of the Muhammad Ali camp, with the arm around James Tillis, who used to be known as Quick Tillis. He now refers to himself, as you heard, as the Fighting Cowboy.
Could that be a contraction, the Quick Cowboy?
This is scheduled for 10. Marvis Frazier, as you saw on the tail of the tape, listed at 6'2". That is the height of James Tillis, but Frazier closer to perhaps a shade over 6 foot.
And his weight, 208. He's beginning to grow into that heavyweight mold. His legs are certainly like his father's were at that stage. Tree trunks.
And you can see the height advantage that Tillis does have over Frazier. You can check the lower right hand of the screen, and you are seeing the running time. In effect, we are now 25 seconds into round 1.
Tillis, when he feels he's in control, has a masterful quick jab. You're going to be hearing the voice of Drew Boundini Brown, who's never been known for keeping quiet in the corner.
Corner that you shared with Brown upon occasion in the days of Muhammad Ali.
I had a punctured eardrum from standing on the right side of him most of the time. And a battered back.
In the basement, when the elevator comes down.
All right, that is Boundini. Go to the basement when the elevator comes down.
That means
Did I hear
punch
that
to the head,
yes,
when the guard is down. He also characterized this bout as from the root to the fruit. We beat the root, Joe Frazier. Now we're going to beat the fruit. Marvis Frazier, colorful man. He's the poet of the street.
Coming up on the halfway mark of round number 1, Marvis Frazier, 13-1, 8 by knockout. Frazier's biggest win, a 10-round decision over James Broad, the man who knocked out Marvis in the 1980 Olympic trials. And Marvis also shows a victory over Joe Bugner. Yes, the same Joe Bugner who lost to Marvis's dad 10 years earlier.
It was a different Joe Bugner, however. It was the same body, but a different person inside that body. Joe Bugner, in his prime, was a pretty good fighter. Extended Joe Frazier, Jimmy Ellis, Muhammad Ali. But here, it's that kind of first round where Quick Tillis is having his way. Marvis very patiently waiting for an opening that thus far has not materialized.
Good left hook by Tillis. And now Frazier able to back Tillis up. Tillis' biggest fight, lost that 15-round decision to Mike Weaver in a 1981 WBA title fight in Chicago. He was also stopped by champions-to-be Pinklon Thomas and Greg Page in '82.
Do that Sugar Ray Robinson on him. Do that Sugar Ray on him. There it is. There it is. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Do that Sugar Ray Robinson on him.
And we're now final seconds, first round. We'll be back right after these messages.
Me and the crew, we're taking this road across Alaska. Welcome to the last frontier. It's different. But when this road's finished and it's on the map, we can say we did that.
It's for guys like T.J. Donahue that we make every Budweiser the best it can be. Beechwood aged and brewed with the kind of pride T.J. puts into his work. So to T.J. and all you guys out there like him, This bud's for you.
The Apple IIc and money.
People in high places are always asking me, Alan, where does the money go? If you wonder the same thing, I suggest an Apple IIc and Apple modem. Then you can call up your bank and see how much money you have. You can even pay off your bills automatically. If you have any money left over, congratulations. You're doing better than the government is.
The Apple IIc. There's no telling how far it can take you.
24-year-old Marvis Frazier out of Philadelphia in the maroon, coming out and is met by the hook of James Tillis. Freddie, you mentioned at the start that Tillis has much confidence coming into tonight's bout. But here is Frazier, after the good first round by Tillis, able to back Tillis up.
Yeah, he had it all his way. He does have a lot of confidence. And he showed it in the first round. He won that first round easily, but you got the impression Marvis was just waiting away. As he got back in the corner, the father said, Joe Frazier said, that's the way we want it. Now a little bit more pressure this round. Curtis spending a lot of time warning Tillis.
Between them elbows. Between them elbows. Put him under. Between them elbows. He's ready now.
We are 1 minute in. Round two. Later on, Larry Holmes defending his heavyweight championship against Carl the Truth Williams. Since Frazier was knocked out by Holmes back in November of '83, he has won twice by decision over Bernard Benton. And his last fight, a unanimous decision over Funzo Banjo. That's a name you may want to roll on your lips. Or is it Banjo Funzo?
Either way, I want him in my next movie. Right now, Tillis has been doing more of the same that he did in the first round.
Excellent combination, and Tillis has Frazier hurt. Frazier is hurt. Frazier is going down. Curtis checking it out. And Curtis calling for the standing eight. The standing eight in effect. Under a minute left, as you can see, in the second round. And here's Tillis looking to finish Frazier off.
Frazier's got to do a little bit of fighting, or Curtis must stop this fight. That standing eight count has just given Frazier new life, although Frazier's still in bad shape, has no legs under him, and an awful long time to go to the bell.
Let's get out.
That's the danger of the standing eight count. On the verge of being stopped, has given him new life. Now Frazier fighting back.
Step back and punch out.
Coming up on 10 seconds left in the round.
I say step back and punch out.
We're going to stay right here at the completion of the round and go to the corner of Marvis Frazier, who took a standing eight. A big round for the Fighting Cowboy out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, James Tillis.
You want me to fight this motherfucker for you, man?
Right, hey, don't scare me like that.
Sure, yeah. Hey, man, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine, Pop. You sure? Yes. Yeah, that's what we show now. Yes, sir. Head down. Look at the motherfucker coming up. Get close to him. You gotta get close to him, Marv. Don't go up.
Whoever invented the standing eight count, Joe Frazier sent him a big package this Christmas because that saved Marvis Frazier from a knockout. Without the standing eight count, I personally thought Curtis was stepping in to stop the bout. No legs, and we can see how he is being pummeled on the replay. One punch after the other, raining in.
In this fight, in contrast to the Larry Holmes, Carl Williams championship fight later on, there is a mandatory eight and a standing eight. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect, and the bell does not save the fighter except in the final round. Scoring on the 10-point must system handled by the 3 judges. Referee Curtis does not score. And Marvis Frazier showing some enthusiasm as he opens up against Tillis.
Well, he's recovered now. He's a young man, strong. He's got a lot of Frazier genes in him, which means you can take a big pounding and keep coming back. Had there been a standing 8 count with a Larry Holmes fight, he would have survived into the next round. But big favor played to the Joe Frazier family, Marvis Frazier in particular, with a standing 8 count. Very discouraging for Quick Tillis, who was on the verge of a big knockout. But you see the difference in Quick Tillis when he has confidence. He is just in command. He's chasing you. He's throwing hard punches.
You gotta put them together.
Tillis with a record of 31-5, 24 by knockout.
Bring him home, cowboy.
He comes off a 10-round decision in December last October. He lost by decision to Carl the Truth Williams, although he knocked Williams down twice in the first round.
Give me 3, 4, and 5, cowboy.
Frazier's starting to try to put some hurt on him so that at least Tillis won't attack with that ferocity he did in the first 2 rounds. And Tillis, by mistake, is standing still just looking at him, although he just landed a good right-hand shot on Marvis Frazier. Shuck it off and coming back.
I do want to point out we do not have an NBC microphone on Boudini Brown. That is the voice you are hearing from the corner of Tillis. He is located to our left and is very vocal.
Try standing next to that for 15 years and see what it does to you.
Tighten up, cowboy. Stretch out. Stretch out, cowboy.
There's no question, a man like Boudini can spur a lazy fighter like Tillis to fight. He just keeps you going. He gets your blood hot. He's invaluable in a corner as a cheerleader. There's nobody like him.
Did Ali pay any attention to him?
Paid him a lot of money.
Oh, here's Frazier landing with the right hand, and Tillis ties him up.
As an answer to your question, seriously, he was a big part of the alley circus. It was part of the mystique, part of what Ali loved to do. Yes, he was a big part of the alley circus.
Nice uppercut by Tillis. Marvis Frazier has that low driving stance, and opponents try to catch him with uppercuts. We saw Tillis succeed earlier. And Frazier with a very strong 3rd round and getting brave here in the 3rd. And that is it. That's the end of round 3. Coming up later on here on NBC, Larry Holmes defending his heavyweight title against Carl the Truth Williams. There is Larry back in the dressing room. Holmes very upset, though, about some of the remarks made by opponents like Carl the Truth Williams, a subject we discussed with him earlier.
But these fighters today, they think that they have to put a great fighter, a great champion down to be able to build their own confidence. You build your own confidence by your hard work, your motivation, your dedication. These guys do not have to come out and say Holmes is old, he's shot, he's finished, his legs are gone. Because if that was so and they won, all they're doing is discrediting themselves if they become champion.
Larry Holmes chasing that 49-0 record of Rocky Marciano. For Larry, it has been a run of 7 years as undefeated heavyweight champion, the longest uninterrupted reign since Joe Louis, who had a run of 12 consecutive years. And Frazier landing with that short left to greet Tillis as we open up in this 4th round.
A sizzling hook. Determination etched on the face of Marvis Frazier. Gets the same look his father used to have when he get out of the corner. He looks like a tiger, wants to eat somebody up. Giving ground to the bigger Tillis, though. Tillis lost some of the spark and a great deal of the advantage he built up in the first 2 rounds, which is his history. He starts out great and then just kind of loses interest in the bout. But I gave him a big 10-8 round in the 2nd, and therefore we are at an advantage to Quick Tillis of 29-27.
Stiff left hand by Tillis, who is tied up by Frazier. A minute in, round 4, and you'll notice we are keeping the clock in the picture, and that is running time. That is time as the round continues.
Oh, no. Now you're doing it, baby. Do that red charge on it.
Bonini summoning forth all those code words. Ray Charles, Sugar Ray Robinson, the elevator. Has so many code words, I wonder if Tillis understands any of it.
He's just kind of nodding from time to time. Doesn't want to hurt Boudini Brown's feelings.
Listen, he's got to face Boudini when he goes back in the corner. In the meantime, Frazier put together a nifty combination of 3 or 4 punches. Tillis going to sleep again. Another 3 good punches by Marvis. Slowly creeping back into this fight is Marvis Frazier, having gotten a reprieve from the standing 8 count.
Hey! Watch out! Hey! Got hands free. Get out of there. Hold it.
Referee Joey Curtis taking charge, telling Tillis to stop the holding, along with Dick Enberg and the fight doctor, Freddie Pacheco, Marv Albert from Reno, Nevada.
As Marvis leans over in the typical Frazier manner, Tillis has been able to land some beautiful uppercuts. Good hard action by both men, but Marvis Frazier getting the advantage of that exchange.
And suddenly Boudini Brown in the corner of James Tillis. Well, at least for just a couple of seconds, he did quiet down.
Fire your gun! Fire your gun! Fire your gun!
Boudini again, you've got the firepower. Fire your guns, but so far only blanks this round from Quick Tillis.
Load up the bases and then go home. Load them up.
This fight is scheduled for 10. Coming up to the end of the 4th round.
Come on, cowboy. What you waiting on, cowboy?
Crow Wing, Minnesota, and Old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. Crow Wing means Northern Pipe, big and mean, and Old Milwaukee means a great beer, cold, crisp Old Milwaukee beer, and smooth, golden Old Milwaukee Light.
It's a beauty.
And Old Milwaukee.
And Old Milwaukee Light.
Taste as great as their name.
You know, it doesn't get any better than this.
Every now and then you'll come across a road like this. That's what...
On to round 5 from Reno, Nevada. Marvis Frazier, who at one point said he was not interested in a professional boxing career, then he changed his mind. He turned pro in September of 1980. Opening with a 3rd round knockout after he was staggered in that debut in the 1st round. At one point, Marvis was sidelined for 17 months with hepatitis and a pinched nerve. Looking to make it back from the disappointment of that 1st round knockout and the embarrassment of the 1st round KO by Larry Holmes back in '83.
Too much pride in that family, too much pride in the Fraziers to let something like that affect him. He's back here, he's fighting hard. I don't know whether Marvis Frazier will ever have the size to be truly a threat to a heavyweight champion, but certainly he gives it his all once he's in there. This round began with both men exchanging very hard hooks.
You got to hurt it.
And now all of a sudden, as the tide changes,
hurt Tillis.
All of a sudden, as the tide changes, you see Marvis dictating the action in the last 2 rounds, and Tillis going back to his usual retreating style. As his confidence ebbs, his speed increases backwards.
What about the cameraman? The cameraman.
Tillis opening up very strong the first couple of rounds.
You're waiting too long.
And a decisive 2nd round. Frazier forced to take the standing 8. And now Frazier, the man who is carrying this fight.
Carrying the fight, and you have the feeling that if Tillis would quit going back and stand and fight, he could get Marvis Frazier in trouble. Marvis does not have the strongest chin in the world. He's got a load of guts, but he doesn't have a big, strong chin.
Got to stay free, boy. Got to stay free, cowboy.
Under a minute left
Cowboy, put him together.
in this 5th round.
Good patented left hooks to the side by Marvis. That's where the money was for Joe Frazier. That's where the money is for Marvis Frazier in this fight.
Let's get out.
Right back. Hey, so, get me. There you go.
Nice combination by Tillis, and Frazier able to counter.
Just when you think Tillis could fire away and turn the tide, he starts to run again. And Marvis, not one to let opportunity go by, follows him in with thudding hooks to the body and head.
Right back on that stick. Go on that stick.
There have been precious few jabs in this bout.
Keep that stick in the
Once again in this 5th round, it is Marvis Frazier as the aggressor.
All right, man. Doing good. All right, Tillis, I want you to be there. You can't make love to down unless you be there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be there. I'm sick. Oh, really? Yeah. You can't make love to down unless you be there to touch up. Hey, bing, boom, jab, bing. How am I doing, huh? Good. You're too suave. I want you there.
You wait 2 hours. Get up 2 in the morning. Get that spirit in you. You ain't no ordinary man. Don't fight like one. Atomic fire. Get mad.
Let's get a little closer. Look out for the uppercut. All right. Can't get no to it. All right. You understand? Yes. There we go.
6th round.
A contrast in style in the corners of Marvis Frazier and James Tillis. Marvis saying, "How am I doing, Pop?" Pop says, "You're doing fine."
And in the other corner, Boudin saying, "Be a man, you work too hard, you're not an ordinary man." And of course, on my card, unofficially, because of the 10-8 round, I have it a totally even fight now. Marvis being able to take the last 3 rounds in a row as the cowboy got on his horse and rode into the distance. Marvis Frazier in hot pursuit. There you go, 3 or 4 or 5 punches and nothing in return from Tillis. Boudini just said he spit on you, hit him hard. Boudini will resort to anything. Look at that. Marvis just chasing him around the ring and no return from Tillis.
Powerful combination by Tillis.
Let's get out.
Yes, when he squares away, when he sets his feet and he's not in the stirrups, he can punch, but he won't do it enough. He's so busy running back that he won't set himself and let the punches fly. In the meantime, there's this little Marvis Frazier like a bulldog right on him.
Cowboy, how long you gonna let him buck in there?
And it's Frazier continuing to stalk Tillis. Good left hook by Tillis.
Perfect hook by Tillis.
Let's get out of there. Nice and easy, nice and easy. No hitting on the brake. That's it. Let's get out of there. Come on.
Tillis continues to have success when he goes to the uppercut.
Joey Curtis breaking the fighters cleanly, as you should. Doing a good job here. Going to be highly criticized for that standing 8, but that's the rule in the bout.
Under a minute left. And this 6th round is scheduled for 10.
That's what I'm talking about.
Punch in there. You got a hand free.
Cowboy, what are you waiting on?
You got a hand free. Punch it, fight, man.
Right down there, cowboy. Going to that now, cowboy.
Oh, Tillis. Big right hand by Tillis. Frazier right back.
Cowboy, what the hell you waiting
And
on?
Frazier's got one defect, is he's got too much Frazier blood in him, and when he gets nailed, he tries to fight back, sometimes causing disastrous results, as we saw in that 2nd round. But he is on fire tonight.
Coming up to the end of round 6. Good action in the corners in the 6th round.
This bartender's the next big league pitcher and loves to serve fire-brewed Strohs. See what I mean? That was his fastball. That was the curve. Look out. Wild pitch.
What was that?
Relief pitcher.
Stroh's and Stroh Light Fire Brewed for smoother tasting.
The corner of James Tillis.
You can't lose that, man. Don't you know that? Don't you know it? When you gonna do it? Tell me that.
James Tillis, 27 years old, out of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Don't get mad after the
Record of 31-5, 24 by knockout. As we go to round number 7, Tillis out to meet up with Marvis Frazier. Frazier, 24 years old, from Philadelphia, 13-1, 8 by KO. That one loss, the first round knockout by Larry Holmes in Las Vegas back in '83. Nice left hook by Frazier.
Frazier warming up every round, getting right on target.
Come on. Man, why don't you stretch out?
What Tillis needs to do is get his gun strapped on and go forward instead of going back and fighting occasionally. Boudini wants him to go forward, but he's not. He's just fighting his Tillis fight of going back and trying to finish it with one punch. Now that was a hard uppercut. That's the kind that can end a fight.
Let's get out. Nice and easy. Watch your head.
Coming up later on, Larry Holmes defending his heavyweight championship against Carl the Truth Williams.
Let's get up.
Why don't you block? Hold up the base. And then hit a home run. Keep going.
No knockdowns to this point. We have that one standing 8, which is in effect in this bout. That in the second round with Tillis all over Frazier.
Frazier has slowed down for the first time in about 4 rounds because I think that uppercut took a little starch out of him. He felt it all the way down to his heels, and it's taken him a little time to recover. He hasn't had to zip into steam in his punches since then, but Tillis doesn't seem to suspect as much or detect it. Boy, that's pure Joe Frazier. He's even hollering like Joe Frazier did with each hook.
Stretch out on him.
Come on. Break it up.
And the referee, Joey Curtis, taking a more active role these last few rounds. Usually likes to see the boxers fight their way out.
He's keeping it very clean. He's keeping the breaks very, very crisp. But some of those breaks, if boxers have their hands free and they're still fighting.
What's in there, both? There's two punches there. That's it.
That's what I'm talking about. Right this. Stretch out.
What's in there?
Oh. Curtis got a little bit of that punch. He took it well.
Final second, 7th round. We'll be back after these messages. Marv Albert with the Fight Doctor, Ferdy Pacheco with Dick Enberg. We're at the Lawler Event Center, Reno, Nevada, on the campus of the University of Nevada, Reno. Later on, Larry Holmes defending his heavyweight title against Carl the Truth Williams. This is round 8, scheduled for 10. Heavyweights Marvis Frazier in the maroon and James Tillis in the white.
Keep going like that.
Coming up later, Reno's first heavyweight title fight in some 75 years since Jack Johnson knocked out James J. Jeffries. Ferdy, I'm told you like Jeffries in that one going in.
I took the short price on that fight and it paid my way to medical school. This fight is still within Tillis' reach. It's 67-66. It's a close fight because the last round was even when that big punch got Frazier off his attack, and he has not been the same since. 67-66, Frazier ahead unofficially, but Tillis not putting up the kind of fight that you have to win.
Which has been his case history.
Let's get out of here. Come on. Stop holding, will you, fellas?
Stop holding, fellas, says Joey Curtis. The scoring is on the 10-point must system under the Nevada Athletic Commission. and will be handled by the 3 judges. Curtis does not take part in the scoring.
Nice and easy.
Cowboy, why don't you ride
Judges John McSweeney, Herb Santos, and Lillian Runningwood, all out of this area.
Why don't you get busy, cowboy, for your mama? For your mama, boy.
All right, now Bundini Brown saying this is for your mama.
And that was for his mama right there. 2 good jabs, 2 good hooks by Frazier that exploded off the jaw of Quick Tillis.
2 hands, cowboy. 2 hands.
Again, Tillis connecting with an uppercut.
And doing a borderline illegal thing. He's not putting a jab out there. He's trying to hold him off with an open glove, which gets the laces in the face. I'm surprised that Curtis has not pointed that out to him.
That's what he got to straight there. Man, where your fast
That's
hands
out
to
of
your
it.
mama?
Listen, I want this to be closed. You understand? Close this glove. Let's go.
And there was a warning for that fist to be closed. Joey really involved in this fight. Curtis is in every aspect of this fight. He's ensuring that this is an action fight. He won't let him tie up. He won't let him rest.
On the back. On the back.
Nice and easy. Watch your heads. Watch your heads. Let's go.
Frazier seems to have found that gas again.
Let you keep it up.
Ooh, perfect punch by Quick Tillis.
Nice and easy.
And that will do it for this 8th round. Back with round 9 in just a moment. Back at the Lawler Event Center in Reno, Nevada. Capacity here in the area of 12,000. This about half filled as you watch Carl the Truth Williams, who is watching Marvis Frazier and James Tillis on the undercard here in Reno. Carl the Truth getting set to go up against Larry Holmes. That'll be later on. And we head to the 9th round.
And what Carl the Truth has to draw a conclusion here is never give it up. Never give up. Just keep on fighting. That's what the Fraziers have in their blood. That's what Marvis has. Not quite big enough to be a champion, but all the heart of a champion. What's at stake here? A good possibility for a title fight in either the WBC or the WBA.
Tillis, a man who lost the title fight to Mike Weaver. That was back in '81, losing by decision in a WBA championship bout. Tillis has also been stopped by champions-to-be Pinklon Thomas and Greg Page. Tillis says he's in the process of making a new start, something we've heard many times in the boxing game.
Can't blame him for trying.
I'm going to warn you again. I want you to close that mitt. You understand? When you put that punch, I want you to close it. Next time I'll take a point away. Let's box.
And again, Joey Curtis, very strong. Next time, I'll take a point away if you don't close that hand. He has been flagrant in disobeying Joey Curtis.
Nobody here but God and you.
Nice and easy. I want you out of it. Nice and easy.
2 rounds, stretch it out, and I know.
Get the idea Bundini Brown is getting a little exasperated with James Tillis.
Yeah, his vocal power is down at least by 50%. Tillis not responding with the magic that Muhammad Ali could produce and respond to those strident tones. The main thing you've got to say, this fight has moved on the movement of Frazier forward relentlessly and the backward movement of Tillis, who just won't stand and fight. As he just did then when I was saying that he's not doing it. You can't fight going backwards as fast as Tillis does.
And less than a minute left in this 9th round.
Nice and easy. Let's get
Remember,
up. Break it up.
Curtis has told him, you flick that out there open, and it's 1 point away from you. 1 point could decide this fight because it's still close. 77 to 75 right now. I have it unofficially. Marvis Frazier's favorite.
It was Tillis getting off in the early rounds. In fact, he rocked Frazier. Frazier given the standing 8 back in the 2nd round. But it has been Frazier, the aggressive, from the 3rd round on.
Just when Tillis looks like he's about to get started with a good combination, he stops, and back comes Marvis with 4 or 5 punches, building up points. It's as if he's expecting to starch Marvis with one good punch and win the fight, and he well could.
And we'll stay right here between rounds and check out the corners of James Tillis and Marvis Frazier. You can hear the reaction from the crowd, a smattering of boos as things have slowed down these last couple of rounds.
This is the last round, you understand? Yeah. Be careful. Come on, come on. Stay close to him and get him off. Get it back. Hand back up. Get it back. Get it back. Hand back up. Get it back. Get it back. Get it back shot. Off and stay on. Right there, stretch out. Get off first and stay on. You got to win and right up. Come out fight. Go off first. It ain't right. Come out fight right there off. If you act like a loser, you are one. Let me know you're a cowboy, okay? Come on. Show me your cowboy.
Would you label that as confusion in the corner of Tillis?
Organized confusion. Tillis not listening to anybody.
10th and final round.
Instructions from Marvis Frazier. Well, be careful, stay close to him, keep punching. We need the round. Let's see if he can do what Pop wants. In the other corner, just fight with everything you've got. You're so far behind, you need to win with a big round. Well, Tillis should be good and rested. He hadn't done much fighting for the past 4 or 5 rounds. He should get one good 3-minute round together. But here he is, grabbing and holding on to Marvis Frazier. Marvis got to come in close and try not to pay the price coming in.
Get out front! Get out front! Get out front! Come on, come on!
There goes Tillis, bouncing back. His feet planted to try to land a good hard combination, but Marvis is taking the steam out of him.
Oh, right hand that clipped Frazier.
What could be going through Joe Frazier's mind as he sees his son on the verge of what appears to be a victory and knows he's got that weak chin? One punch could end it. He is so weary and so tired is Marvis Frazier because he has exerted all of the energy in this bout.
And if he is able to hold on for the win, you would put it alongside that victory over James Braun as the two significant W's in the career of Marvis Frazier.
And you'll just have to say that Marvis is back. He has fought his way out from darkness because he was relegated to absolute obscurity after that shattering defeat at the hands of Holmes. And meantime, in the ring, both men are trying to trade punches, both were, and it's Tillis who's hanging on.
And it's under a minute left in this 10th and final round. And when you say that Marvis Frazier is back, you have to take into consideration an exchange here. You have to take into consideration the fact after Larry Holmes, it is a very weak heavyweight picture.
Yes, but that is exactly why he's right in consideration. Almost every day, a new hopeful goes down the drain, as James Braun did just the other day, as Jimmy Clark did a month ago, just when it looks like they're about ready to fight for the title. It's all over, but here, Marvis, I believe, has taken his fight.
And coming up to the end of this final round, Tillis and Frazier exhausted. And that is it. We'll be back with the decision in just a moment. Back after these messages from your local station, Hindenburg, and we're set for the decision. Let's go to the ring. Here's Ed Daria.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. And the scoring by points as follows. Judge Lillian Running Wolf scores it 98-91. Judge Herb Santos observed the fight 97-91. And Judge John McSweeney saw the fight 96-92 for the winner, Marvis Frazier.
A unanimous decision. Marvis Frazier extending the record to 14-1 by defeating James Tillis. So Marvis Frazier continuing the turn following the loss to Larry Holmes back in November of '83. And as you saw during the course of the fight, there's so much activity that takes place in the corners of the boxes. We've traced the fight through the proceedings that took place in the corner. So here is a unique look back at the bout.
Doing beautiful for Mama.
Take a point away from hitting after the ball. Watch yourself.
He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it.
Hey, Phil. Mike, a little more jab. Yeah. All right? I know I'm waiting more jab. You all right? Mm-hmm. See what you're doing? Mm-hmm. You ain't got nobody here to try it.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy. I want you out of there nice and easy.
2 rounds, stretching up. And I know. Now stretch up.
Don't fuck up. Don't keep your hands up. You all right? Yeah. Well, all right, yeah. I got my hands up. Yeah, you keep going down. All right. Don't go down through those. No more than chest wide. All right. Where you can see what the hell he's doing.
Pot shot now. He's drunk. You can mug him now. You can mug him now. Where you on, cowboy?
When you go ahead, come in overhand ready to fall down behind. Right. That's the overhand right. Got to be that. Right. You got to fall down behind the overhand right. Hands up.
You trying to hit home runs. Load the bases up first. Bat, 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 bat. Bat, 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 bat. Boxing. You're a better boxer than he is. Oh. Let it say. Go on. Ready to go. The hell you waiting on? And act like it. Get some spirit about you. And fight like a child. This is our birthday. We ain't gonna have no miscarriage.
Don't come up too far. You come back out. Right. Stay down there. How am I doing there? All right, you want to fight. But you gotta stay down. Bam, bam. All right. Don't get quit loading up. All right.
Hey, stop. Get me. There you go.
You can't make love to him. Down unless you be there to touch up. Hey, bring, boom, jab, bring. How am I doing, huh? Good. You're too far out. I want you there. You understand? Look up the uppercuts.
Get that spirit in you. You ain't no ordinary man. Don't fight like one. Atomic fire. Get mad. But be cool with your body. Don't get on man.
Hey, free punch.
What's wrong with you? We've been doing road work. You ain't got no spirit.
You win the fight, huh? You win the fight? Yeah. That's you gotta be there. You catch it. You all right. You win the fight. Just don't get killed. Kill it. You understand? All right, yes, sir.
Let's get out of there. Nice and...
Don't let it slip away from us. No. Don't go back to the old self. Get that spirit. Get it. Think about your mama. Get that for your mama. That's what it is.
I want that fist closed. I don't want that thumb out there. You understand? I want that fist there.
Oh, that bullshit. Come out fighting right there off. If you act like a loser, you are one. Let me know you're a cowboy, okay? Come on. Show me you're a cowboy. It's the last one.
It's gotta be pretty bad. All right?
Marvis,
last one.
Dead set. Win this last round.
Gotta win.